And on that note, it's showtime. Please put your hands together for the Caribbean Flamingo as they enter the arena. And let's also welcome their trainer, Joe Now.
Okay, you gotta get really good so we can win.
This way, man.
He likes to play hooky a lot. He doesn't come to rehearsals.
This.
Okay, let's give them a nice round of applause as they come to their first stop. Caribbean flamingos can reach 5 feet in height with their necks fully extended. They also have a 5-foot wingspan. The males and females look almost identical, but the males are larger, weighing in about 8 pounds. In the wild, flamingos generally live for about 40 years. But in captivity, they can live to over 70 years. The flamingos that you see before you range from age 4 to 45 years old.
This way, man. Get up. Let's go. This.
Okay, let's have another round of applause as they come to their second stop. There are 6 species of flamingos found throughout the world, and the Caribbean is the second largest and most brilliantly colored. All flamingos get their coloration from their diet. In the wild, they feed on small organisms that contain the red pigment called beta-carotene. Without this in their diet, the new feathers would grow in white instead of pink. So in order to maintain their natural pink color, we supplement their diet with a special beta-carotene powder. And no, folks, their poop is not pink.
This way, man. Get up. Let's go. Get up.
Okay, another round of applause. Flamingos are incredibly specialized birds, and they would have to be in order to survive in their harsh salt lake habitat. Some of their body adaptations include their beaks, which if you look closely, you will see that the larger portion is on the bottom, unlike other birds. And this is because they are filter feeders, which means that they will tip their heads upside down in the water to strain out the microscopic shrimp, insects, small children, mollusks, algae, and grass seeds by pressing their tongues against the beak to strain out the particles out of the water. Also, take note of their webbed feet. This helps them to cross the muddy area of their habitat.
This way, man. Get up. Let's go. Get up. This.
Okay, let's reward the birds by giving them another round of applause. Flamingos nest in very large colonies called rookeries. In the spring, they will build nests of mud that resemble small volcanoes. Females lay only 1 egg, but both the male and female take turns incubating the egg, which takes about 28 days to hatch. Then, caring for the small white downy chick after it hatches is done by both birds, as flamingos are monogamous. It requires the care of both parents to ensure the survival of that one chick they have each year, and it will take 3 to 4 years for that juvenile to reach in full pink coloration.
This way, man. Get up. Like this.
Okay, let's give them another round of applause as we come to the end of the first part of the show. Now, since you all have been such a wonderful audience thus far, we have a special treat in store for you. Jonelle will now come around and select a few lucky persons to come into the arena and have a photo opportunity with our man-eating, world-famous marching flamingos.
Come on this side.
Oh. No, I don't want to.
Also, for those of you coming into the arena, I would like for you to know that we do have some friendly and curious birds in the flock. So don't be alarmed if they bump into you or even have a bit of a nibble on you. They're not going to hurt you. That's just their friendly way of saying hello.
Goodbye, Michelle.
See, they just told you goodbye too.
Attack humans. Oh. You need to close your eyes and we'll give you a cigarette and a blindfold.
Also, for those of you coming into the arena, there is a catch to this. When Janelle brings the flamingos around, you must strike your best flamingo pose. No chicken poses, flamingo pose, which is normally one leg up and arms outstretched.
Pose.
So the word Ardastra comes from a Latin word, Ardua astra, which means striving for the stars.
Right, come and sit here. One leg up. Flamingo pose.
Nicely done. Make it look good for Facebook.
Right, flamingo pose. One leg up, one leg down, and smile.
Speaking of Facebook, please go to our page, Ardastra Garden Zoo and Conservation Center. Don't just go on our page, you can like our page too. Also, just a reminder that after the show, we do let our flamingos wander around freely. We also have some peacocks and some ducks as well that you will see crossing paths. Guests, just please be reminded, try not to pet the birds. They do not like to be petted.
That's all.
On that same note, don't try to ride them either.
Right.
Now, if you look closely, you will notice that the flamingo's knees appear to bend forwards rather than backwards. In fact, the joint you are actually looking at is not the knee joint, but their ankle joint. Their knees are high up on the legs, and these flamingos are actually walking on their toes. So for those of you wondering which one is our 4-year-old, number 78 is our 4-year-old, and number 58 is our 45-year-old. 78 is the one that's normally seen bumping into guests. We hatched our first chick here at Ardastra in 2001, and we have been breeding them successfully ever since. Okay, boys and girls, your turn. Don't be scared. There you go. Look at your camera. Remember, there's no need to be afraid. They're only pink, for crying out loud, and they only weigh 8 pounds. Now, our breeding group is kept separate from our marching group. They can be seen at the back of the zoo next to our jaguar exhibit. Breeding season usually starts pretty soon, around January, and ends in June. After the show, please be sure to check out some of our other Bahamian treasures, like the white-crowned pigeon, the Bahama parrot, Bahama pintails, and the Bahamian boa. Some of you may be wondering why our flamingos don't fly. Well, they do fly in the wild, but our captive population have had their wings permanently clipped when they were hatchlings. Also, just to remind you that this is a very unique situation. These flamingos are normally shy by nature. Okay. John Elser, one more? One more. Okay, let's have a nice round of applause for all our participants. Thank you for being such great sports today. Now Jonelle is going to put them through their final rotation in the arena. Feel free to applaud them as they pass your section.
Best fight match. Pick it up. Let's go. Pick it up.
I can't remember what the number was for the other one.
Best fight match. Pick it up. Let's go. Pick it up. Yes. Best fight match. Pick it up. Yes. Best fight match. Get up. Go. Get up.
Okay, another round of applause for their final rotation. Now, as flamingos leave footprints behind, we too leave very big footprints on our earth. So please remember to reduce, reuse, recycle, and to support the organizations that are helping to preserve the natural world and all the beautiful animals in it. Now, Jonelle will give them their final marching orders before being dismissed for the morning.
How about this? Dismiss.
Okay, let's give it up one more time for the National Bird of the Bahamas, the Caribbean Flamingo. We also do bachelorette parties, baby showers, christenings, and funerals. Let's also thank that hard-working trainer, Joan Now. Thank you so much, Joan Now. Now, our first floor parrot feeding is at 11 o'clock, which will be